Hey friends, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here for another video today. This one is a little bit different than you're used to from me, and I almost didn't post it, honestly. As I watched it through editing, it made me laugh. I had so much fun. There's just so much silliness, and I decided to go ahead and post it anyway. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those down below because it is a little bit less instruction than you're used to from me. But like I said, we just had such a fun day. I wanted to go ahead and share it with you all. So enjoy.
Hello.
Okay, hi. Good job. You want to tell them what we're doing?
How about you do it?
Oh, okay. So first, why don't you tell them who you are? Who are you? Guys, you know who I am. I'm Jackie. This is my oldest daughter, Reese, and she's going to help me today. We have this sweet little bench right here that our friends made for us as a gift for our new shop. It's made specifically to cover this air vent right here.
It's behind her.
Yeah, it's behind me. So we're going to experiment. I don't know if my idea is going to work or not. It's always the way it goes. But we're going to use a nice, bold, bright color because I want this bench to be a focal point. And so we're going to use DIY's old 57. All right, so I have got it all sanded. And I just did a really quick once over because we don't have to really sand before we're using DIY paint. I just mostly wanted to make sure that we didn't have any stray little slivers or anything like that. We didn't want any splinters in anybody's booty or nothing like that. So now I've got an old water bottle that had a little bit left in it. So, hey, darling. Yeah, you tell them. So I just cut it apart and I'm dipping my brush in this water. And the reason is because this pallet wood is very thirsty, as I like to call it, meaning super porous. It's gonna grab my paint like crazy. And I don't want it to be super thick. Like I want there to be some spots of transparency and it to be distressed and rustic. So I'm gonna cover the bench with some water first. You can use a spray bottle, but I had this. And so I'm just gonna sling on some water right quick. All right, Reese, hand me that paint, sweet girl. Reese, can you see me in the camera? Be my camera girl.
Can't really tell with the
I know,
sun.
it's hard to tell, isn't it? Oh, by the way, guys, best practice is to pour a little bit of paint into a separate container. I don't have one. I don't have one handy. I could probably pour out my water and pour it in that, but I'm just a rebel. Ain't nobody got time for all that. I just want to get this done, okay? So, I am being a rebel and doing the opposite of what I say to do. So, you guys at home, though, make sure you're using a separate container so you don't contaminate your brand new quart of paint. Okay? Now, let's see, this here is, I did not put any water on that yet. But see the difference there? See how that raw wood is just grabbing the paint like crazy? So I'm gonna go back, dip my brush in a little water.
Now look how smooth that looks.
Yeah, much better, isn't it, Reese? Mm-hmm. All right, Reese, you want to have a turn? Guys, we have finished painting, and so now I'm going to lightly distress, just a little bit though, you know, mostly around the edges because we didn't do full coverage anyway, so we don't have to do a whole lot. Let's peel some stamps off their backer here, and I'm going to lay this out on my little bench first just to kind of get an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go with this little cluster first, and we're gonna see what happens. I don't know, because my plan is to put these three, then I'm gonna put the mask down and fill in with the leaves, and we're gonna see what happens, okay? Wow, that is beautiful. Y'all want to come and see? Good job, Reese.
Thank you.
All right, can I give you a little spritz of water?
Yes, please.
Okay, we don't want, oh, yep, see, we don't want it to run too much because I don't want it to run too much into the petals. Hold on, let me blot it.
There we go.
Blot it. Okay, there you go. Smooth it all in. Listen, you don't have to, here, look. Let me show you. So you don't have to like paint strokes. You can just gently
Ooh, I see.
smooth it in, okay? There you go, you try again. Nice job. Go ahead and get all up in here too. See that? Yeah. Do you need another little dip of paint? We're using aviary for the leaves.
It's a nice green color. You can maybe see on the camera.
Yeah.
It is a little hard to see some things on the camera for some reason. Is this a leaf
When
too?
it dries and we seal it, you'll see it for sure. What did you ask me?
Is this a leaf?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Here you go. I'll move this a little bit closer to you.
And it's this beautiful green.
Thank you. Okay.
You can beat them?
It's JoJo's turn. Oh, that's part of the petal, sweet girl. Hold on, let me dab that off. Okay. And here, see the leaves here?
That's
Let me spritz it again for you.
okay.
Okay.
It's okay if I get in the lines.
You're supposed to stay in the lines, yes. Okay, you guys, I am filling this in with a custom mixed color. This is my favorite pink. I'll leave the color recipe in the description box below. So I'm just dabbing it in there and then filling, spritzing it like you just saw me do, and just filling it in, and it's basically looking like a watercolor, and I am loving it so far. It's looking so cute. So you can see the color differentiation of some of the spots where the paint is a little bit thicker than others, so that's where I like to spritz and then just move it around a little bit again. And I'm going to finish filling these in, and then I'm going to let it dry overnight, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and see what it looks like dry to see if I want to add a little bit more color or not, or if I'm pleased with the color and then want to seal it up. So because all of this is going to re-deepen, because like, you know how it kind of looks a little bit dull, it actually looks a little bit brighter on camera than it is in person right now, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully what you're seeing on camera is what it's going to look like sealed up and finished, because I want the lines of the stamp to be more prominent and pop out and just give it definition. Isn't that gorgeous? You guys, I am loving these new stamps. They are so pretty and so much fun. All right, I'm gonna get this done, okay? All right, this is what we're looking like before we seal. So I'm gonna leave this overnight. I'm thinking I'm gonna sleep on it. The reason is because I feel like this spot right here, I may want to come back and add a leaf or two, and maybe that spot there and there. So we'll see. I'm gonna come back and look at it with fresh eyes in the morning and go from there. All right, we are back. I spritzed a little bit of water in just these few places and rubbed my brush around on it just a tad, just because they were looking just a little bit heavy. Okay, I decided I needed a leaf right here too, because this side was a little naked, as Reese said. It needs a leaf or two. So we're going to put our masks back down. Oh yeah? Tell me about it. Yep, that's the one. Okay. I think this one, this little double set, I think that might be my favorite leaf in the set. So I'm just inking this up by hand. I'm not putting it on a sheet. And I'm just gonna place it by hand here. Now, if you have trouble with your mask shifting, see how I slid that just a little bit? You can tape it down if you want to with just a little bit of masking tape. I'll show you that in a minute because I'm gonna have to tape them when I mask up top. All right, now we're just gonna go back and fill that in with my aviary paint. And again, I am doing this super diluted because I want it to appear somewhat like a watercolor. I don't want it to be totally opaque because I want to see the lines. If we totally fill it in, we won't see those lines. But if you did want it to be more solid, you could certainly use the lines as an outline, fill them in, and then you could stamp back over it if you wanted the lines for definition. Okay guys, I had a total moment here. I'm tired and didn't get much sleep because the baby was not feeling well, so I wasn't thinking properly and did not mask this leaf. And you can see why. It's a perfect example of why masking is important and why we do it. So it doesn't look terrible. I'm not gonna worry over it too much, but I thought, you know what, this is a perfect example to show you why we have the mask and exactly why we use them, because a lot of people don't really understand why we use them, but that is why. See that? All right, I am very pleased with how this looks, so I'm gonna seal it with DIY's liquid patina.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to
That's the truck going by. It's not zooming like how almost everyone does.
Oh, it's not?
That's
Yeah, it's still cramping my style though.
like 2 days we brought our dog here. Put her on the leash. Can't speak.
That's okay. I can't speak some days either.